Do you still believe this myth? It is a myth. There's some validity to it, but it's mostly a story that we've grown to love because it's convenient. And it's that when your belly, your stomach, is making gurgling sounds, it's loud, everybody heard it. It means you're hungry. It doesn't mean you're hungry. Your stomach is making sounds. Your intestines are making sounds all the time. It's a sound of a healthy, active gut. But most of the time you don't hear it with your physical ears. And sometimes it has to be listened to with a stethoscope. But here's the thing. Your stomach, your intestines, your colon is always making sounds because it's working. It's doing its job. It's a beautiful thing. However, every time we hear a we think, we're hungry. I must eat. It just means your stomach's working. Now, there are other ways to assess whether you're hungry or not. Think about how you feel. Any other symptoms? Do you feel, well, don't wait until you get lightheaded. But when did you last eat? If it was 20 minutes ago that you had your dinner and you heard gurgling sounds, it's probably not hunger, right? So think about it even from a rational point of view. But people want to think when they hear that gurgling noises and they're very loud, it means they're hungry. Because sometimes that happens after you've just eaten. Maybe your stomach's saying thank you. But it doesn't mean you're hungry. So let that not be your go-to every time you hear your stomach making noises. It just means it's working loudly. That's all. But it doesn't mean you're hungry. So think about it. Assess the situation. If you were doing something else in terms of taking action, what other things would you look for? Only one thing? You often look for other symptoms or other reasons to prove your point. But don't let that be the only reason that you eat. Many of us are eating, therefore, too much, too often, because we're going based on those gurgling sounds, whether you feel hungry or not. And here's the other thing. Let's say that you are a little bit hungry. So what? What's going to happen? What's going to happen if you're a little bit hungry? Think about it. What's happened in the past when you're on a work assignment and you kept working, you worked through it because you were so busy, you're in a meeting and you couldn't get off the screen, you couldn't get off the call, you couldn't leave the room, and you kept working even though you were hungry? What happened? Nothing at all. Nothing. And it'll be the same thing. I want you to assess that because many of us want to feel better, lose the weight, get rid of the belly fat, get into our genes, have the energy, sleep better. We want all these health benefits, lower our blood pressure, lose weight, and lose weight. And we're eating too often and too much. And we're being led by some gurgling sounds. What else? Do you have a sign or an indication that it's time for you to eat? Is that the only thing you're using as a reason for you to eat? We're just eating a lot. Eating is fun, I understand. But if it's not helping you get the results that you want, then you're going to have to use some other indicators. So don't let that gurgling sound be the thing that leads you into whether you eat or not. I know it's a simple thing, but many of us are guided by that gurgling sound and we think, it's time to eat. I got the sign. I should eat now. All right. Think about it and follow for more ideas and tips in your health and wellness journey. And like and, of course, subscribe. See you next time.